Hello folks, and welcome to my channel. Today we're out at a car show at the Florissant Valley Fall Festival, and as you can see there's a pretty good turnout for the various cars. I apologize, I got to find some better way to take the video, but obviously this is a nice Camaro, some T-tops. And this one is a Grand National with a few upgrades on it. But Grand Nationals aren't that common, even back in the day. Yeah, you can see it. It does have some aspiration improvements. And Firebird. Again with some T-tops. A little Chevy here. Now that wiring sheath cannot be stock, but that was an interesting position for the gas cap. Not all the cars here, but a good number of the cars here, you know, they're from a time before, well, the cars now are mostly just blah. You know, cars used to say something about you. They'd be awesome in one fashion or another. If they were terrible, often they were still awesome. Pretty sure that carpeting was not stock. They did a decent job of it. Not great, but decent. Now look how much space there is in that engine bay. I mean, you could sit in there and work on the engine if you like. Heck, you could stand on the ground and work on the engine inside the engine bay. There isn't nearly as much room in that engine bay. Wouldn't mind having a truck like this myself. Maybe with a little less chrome. But all in all, still a nice truck. It's always interesting to compare dashes. You know, the old dash with the new dash. We'll look at that blue truck later. Yes, again, I apologize. My videography isn't as great as it could be. I have to come up with a different way to hold the camera so you can see what I'm wanting to show. Gotta love these old Chevys. Old Mustang. Some of these people took muscle car a bit far, maybe. Now you see some of these are obviously dragsters, not the Mustang. But the Chevy here certainly is. So fuel cell in the battery back there, I'm sure that's one of the requirements for whatever series they're in. Another Chevy over here. There's an old Dodge truck. Not for sale. Chevy SS. Corvette on the right. A lot of Corvettes there. Actually, probably half the show cars were made by GM. And there were, yeah, probably 20 Corvettes or so. Now this truck is like a Super Duty four-wheel drive, an 8-foot bed. These were pretty awesome back in the day. Old GMC, another Corvette. Very interesting paint job on this one. Those 30s Fords are nice. Another really nice paint job here. Of course, another GM. Another GM. Not really a fan of this one. This one's nice. Very nice. And I'm not getting what I wanted with the camera here. Let's see what else they have here. Need to get some down this way. See a little bit of the engine on this one. Pretty nice. A little bit too much of that blue color on there for my taste. Nice truck there. Now, I don't know about the color, but the car itself is pretty nice. That bug. And look at that one. That's pretty nice. This black one's nice, but I would not want to drive or own it. Or charcoal or whatever color it was. Yeah. I don't like the split windshields. That blue one's still fairly nice though. This one's pretty funny. Alright. So we got this truck here. Now, I'm sure none of these trucks are being used as trucks anymore. You know, these are show cars. But still, I'm not sure how useful they would have been with those wheels on them. Not really a fan of those sunshades. And of course there's a DeLorean, complete with a sign that says, if you want to touch stainless steel, go to an appliance store. It's one of the reasons I would not want to own a DeLorean. I just wouldn't want to have to deal with cleaning the stainless steel. Nice example though. Unfortunately, DeLoreans have all the wiring problems of the area of the world where they were made, just like the other cars made in that area. And they rust like all get out. So you have to really watch any kind of moisture in them. I actually saw that reddish one there later on, several hours later in the day, at about 30 miles from here. That white car on the left, I'm not sure why is here. I don't know if it's just a nice car he had, it was an old car, or if it's a sleeper. Not a fan of the grill on this one. I remember driving one like this. Maybe it wasn't quite this nice a shape, and certainly it was a different color. Yeah, I'm not getting this framed as I would like for a lot of this. I apologize. Nice C28. They looked very nice from the outside, but the interior nowadays is very dated. They've kept this one pretty nice. I say that, believe it or not, some of the cars here are all, they've got a lot of rust on them. Some of them were not detailed, or had not been detailed. I will say though, since I own a fun car myself that I have taken to shows, detailing takes a lot of time. You really have to keep it up. These are probably kept in very careful storage. These aren't cars that sit out in the street most likely. As you can see, there were probably nearly as many Mustangs at this show as there were Corvettes. That's a little odd. This one. You see some rust on this one. I don't know what they're doing with that one. It's kind of odd how the rust sat, unless it's supposed to be a sleeper. Remember the old Caminos? El Caminos. And of course, Ford had the El Ranchero. It's not very often you see the Rancheros, though. Even the El Caminos are getting to be kind of few and far in between. A lot of these you can tell are complete repaints. The paint went a lot of places. You know, it's better paint, but it went a lot of places the factory original paint would not have been. Good to see that there are so many people that are enjoying our automotive history. Cars back when they were awesome. You know, when it was something to have a car as opposed to, you know, now it's just a just kind of a blah thing. You don't really even think about it. You know, there's no excitement around the cars because nowadays they're mostly just boring. You know, there's so many classic cars. A lot of them here in this show. You know, the Camaros and the Mustangs and the Vets of yesteryear. There's some AMX and some Avantis we looked at earlier. Even the classic VW Bug. You know, the Model A's and Model T's, the T-Bucket, the Ford, the 32 Ford Coupe. Some Novas. You know, just all manner of vehicles. Just classic, the icons of the era. There were some Cadillacs, a few Buicks, obviously the Grand Nationals, Trans Ams. Yeah, look at this one over here. Some of the cars were nice once upon a time. A lot of the modifications that have been inflicted on them I'm not really a fan of. I told you we'd look at this blue truck later. Yeah, I gotta love these old Corvettes. A lot of these cars were just, well, some of them weren't fun to drive, but a lot of them, they were just, they were fun to have and be out on the road with. They don't, of course, drive like modern cars, but in many ways that was a good thing. Being able to drive one of these, knowing how to maintain the vehicle, taking pride in the ownership of your vehicle and making it last. Those are important skills. And nowadays, nobody takes care of or many people don't take care of their cars. They run into the ground, and the cars aren't made to last anyway, so. They want to sell more cars, not have more people keep their cars in better condition on the road. It's very nice. I like the black one earlier though. Yes, my framing leaves a lot to be desired. Poor Camaro. Nova. There are a few cars here like this one I've never driven. Or I haven't driven, to my knowledge, any of the specific vehicles are here, but that you know, a model like that one. You know, that model in year, or about that model in year. An old Duckmobile Corvette. It has some rust on it too. Lots of missing paint. Maybe that's what they're going for. Yeah, this one's overheating. I like red, but all the clashing reds is not to my taste. That car has, this Corvette, I think it has 4 or 5 different shades of red. They don't sit well together. Very nice. Well, sometimes I remember to, or whether I remember or not, I framed it better than others. Some wash out there. You know, it's kind of common back in the day to have those like orange interiors and things. I just don't think I could deal with that on a modern car. Let's see what else we can find here. This one's interesting. I don't know, I don't want to drive it, but it's interesting to look at. Then there's this. I'm not sure how those intakes work when that flap on the hood is closed up against them. See what else is there to look at here, or worth looking at. Some Mustang Cobra. Oh, one of these was a Vega. Really not a fan of the Monte Carlos. I don't know why. I like the Grand National, at least the performance, the outside of it, look of it. But yeah, I really never cared for the Monte Carlos for some reason. Alrighty, let's see what else. Guess it was easier to have two flat planes of windshield than that curved windshield, or maybe it just didn't occur to them. And let's see here. You can go over and see some of these over here. Oh yes, a Corvair. Look at all that blue. Now, I just include this Mitsubishi Starion for a particular person. It's kind of an outclassed car here. And not as bad as a couple similar origin cars here. let's go look at this one down the hill here. I actually followed it in. They're having a problem starting it, or keeping it started, I guess. Really not sure what was the point of this one. There's a dragster. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video such as it was. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. The Panamera. Well, there was audio, but I had to cut it to avoid copyright claims. For the most part, the audio, the musicians, you're not missing anything. We'll put it that way. Have a great day.